I don't know if you're aware of it, and I can only hope that you're able to follow me. But you're always looking for something to be strong for you. You're always looking for something to lean on. You can argue it till the cows come home, but it's a fact. Things get rough, you look in some corner of your own life and in your mind to find something that will console you. Things look like they're going to be overcome you, and you're immediately already trying to figure out a path to get past the problem that seems greater than you, because the only thing that you fear, if you're willing to see it with me, is that what you think is greater than you are. That's what you fear, nothing else. That what you see is a confrontation, a conflict with your aspirations, with your ideals, with your beliefs, and when they are challenged and challenged by something that you can't make disappear by the wave of a thought, in that moment you look for strength, something that you can lean on, call on, something that you can imagine yourself as being, so that in the time to come you'll no longer be in the situation you're in today. How many of you can see that to some extent? Let the people who are watching know that we're not bawling anybody out. We're talking about our lives here. We're talking about a consciousness that doesn't understand itself at all. And because it doesn't, it is ceaselessly looking for something, someone with which to be identified. Something that it can lean on, rest upon, call upon, no matter what it is. But the fact remains, and you must see this, even the greatest icons in the world that we think of in terms of our religious experiences when things get rough, you are looking at a thought. You are looking at something that has been ingrained in you one way or the other, positive or negative, that when thought brings it up, there is now me and this icon, me and this promise, me and this consolation, me and this time to come. And the point is that whatever it is that the mind has conjured up to console it when it feels overcome, it is inseparable. The identity of myself cannot be separated from the thing that I am looking to find strength through in that moment. Everybody understand that? There is no strength in identification. Identification is the source of weakness itself. Because whatever we identify with, no matter what name we give it to, high or low, the moment that we're identified with it as being the source of a strength, of a contentment, of a consolation, in that same split second, I now have an attachment. And I will return with greater and greater strength to that thing, looking for strength, until it finally proves itself to be powerless to change my nature. But the attachment doesn't change the dependency upon it. And where you have dependency, you have fear. It's built into it. You cannot depend upon something outside of yourself without meeting a condition that ultimately proves that what you have imagined will rescue you isn't going to rescue, and in fact turns out to be part of your pain when you find yourself powerless. This is a very important moment in our first part of this talk, to understand that I go looking for strength. How am I going to get through what I've got to go through? How am I going to deal with this person or this business, with this condition in my health? How am I going to deal with the fact that my family is the way they are and I've got to be this to them and I'm tired of being, how am I going to do it? And so the mind endlessly churns and fabricates something that will allow you to meet a moment that's usually in the past because it's thought, but that you're going to meet, and you know, I can't go into this thing the way that I am. I need to take something in with me. And whatever you find to take into those moments with you, whatever you rely upon to release you from your pain, turns out to be the source of the pain itself. Because again, where you have identification, you have attachment. Where you have attachment, dependency. Where you have dependency, you have fear being bred.